Episode 711. The Invention of Me, Again and Again and Again. Date November 1, 1956. Narrated by Saib Tiger Jr. 2. Grandson of himself, inheritor of nothing, and chronic impostor. There are two things I do better than any living creature in this part of the planet: staring into people's eyes until they handed over their political secrets. Second, dying. Dying, my dear listener, is an art form. Not the lying on the floor kind of dying. No, I mean dying on paper, disappearing theatrically and returning with a new accent, new mustache, and suspiciously similar appetite for raw meat. Today, as the new state of Kerala wakes up freshly stitched from Malabar, Travancore, and deeply confused Kochi, I feel it's perfect moment to explain how I faked my own death again and how I invented myself from scratch again, and how not one idiot in this entire village suspected a thing again. My first death was an accident, the rest professionally managed. Back in colonial days, a Saip, a pale, proper, painfully thin, was stationed near the forest. He thought he was here to document local dance form. He was, in fact, a part of my high protein diet. One accidental mauling later, the Saip ceased to exist. I, however, looked at his bungalow, sniffed his imported cushions, discovered indoor plumbing, and said, "Yes, this life search suits me." So I took his name, his books, his house, forged a backstory so tragic even the British cried. I was his illegitimate son, exiled from England due to scandals involving a barmaid, a bishop, and misplaced ostrich. The locals wept. They offered sympathy, sweets, unsolicited a marriage proposal from daughters they clearly wanted to export. The name of the game, or how I accidentally became a brand. The name, the crucial bit. Initially, I chose the name sounded painfully English, Johnson McCoy, a name so artificial it practically sweated washer sauce. But the villagers, blessed with Malayalam tongue created and creative ears, heard something entirely different. Saib's son, they said. Then someone shortened it to Saib Tiger. After a small boy saw me scratching my back on a coconut tree and he saw stripes. And just like that, my brand was born. Not from valor, not from bloodline, but from the misunderstanding involving my back itch and a half-blind child. Tiger Nilayam and psychological warfare in real estate. To confuse things further, I put a board on the gate, Tiger Nilayam. The impact was immediate. Half of the town thought Tiger was my surname. The other half assumed Nilayam was a prison. One man genuinely asked if I had a brother named Elephant Bungalow. Within 10 years, the people of the town had mentally rearranged history itself. Even the government record just read Saib Tiger, occupation, foreign looking with money suspect, but harmless. I went with it. I even sent the birthday card to myself once, signed from the original Tiger. How to die like a gentleman and reappear as his grandson. But here's the problem with immortality. Humans are noisy. Questions start bubbling up. Saib, how your sideburns are same since 1891? Saib, didn't your great grandfather have the exact same handwriting? Saib, why don't you age? Or even get a mild backache like rest of us? So every 50 years I fake my own death. Once it was a heroic snake bite while saving a parrot. Another time I drowned in the Periyar while rescuing an imaginary child named Charles. I even tried to disappear while meditating in Munnar, which led to an ill-fated search expedition that found only my empty teacup and note said, "Gone for clarity." 6 months later, I returned, not as myself, but as his grandson from England, a dear friend who inherited everything, a pen pal who felt emotionally connected to the property. Kerala eats that stuff, because if there is anything we love more than gossip, it's a foreign-educated, mildly mysterious hair. My legendary lineage of lies. Let me take you through my official identities thus so far. Johnson McCoy, the sad, smeared illegitimate, McCoy Jr., a whiskey loving grandson with a limp and terrible accent. James James and Tiger Alfred claimed to be write poetry but only submitted a song lyrics of Atumanapai. Tiger Jr. Yes, I added Junior just to sound modern. It worked. Even the best of was misnamed in my honor. And today, in year of our newly born state, I am Saib Tiger Jr. too. Culturally sensitive, linguistically flexible, and spiritually adjustable based on the weather. Connections to the UK, all questionable. Of course, to pull off these resurrections, you need paperwork. Luckily, I made friends with a British librarian who fell in love with a Kathakali dancer. He owed me a favor and a half lung. Thanks to him, I now possess three birth certificates, two baptism records, a love form, a love letter from a Scottish school teacher addressed to my dear jungle flower, and postcard from Queen Elizabeth's cousin that simply says, "Hope you are still alive. Jolly good." What? That was enough to convince me anyone I was royal, or the very least British adjacent. And 1956, Kerala is born, so am I. And now here we are, November 1, 1956. Kerala is born, stitched together from three lands, three cuisines, four accents, and 12 forms of passive aggression. People are celebrating, declaring public holidays, misunderstanding the constitution, and fighting over which region invented the banana chips. And me, I faked another death, reappeared as Saib Tiger Jr. too. I wrote two-line obituary for my former self. He came, he paid land tax, he left. May his mustache get us forever. I'm now a Carolite, legally, emotionally, still confused. I'm no longer Trivandrum nor a Kochi hybrid with the spice superiority complex. I'm now officially a Carolite. I said this proudly at a Panchayat meeting last week. They responded by assigning me responsibility for the lamb post maintenance. Progress, my friends, progress. The last roar for the episode. Let's be honest, British came and left. The monarchy wobbled. Town, Kura and Kochi merged into with grace of overcooked tapioca. But me, I remained alive, unaging, constantly changing identities like snake. That's also a liar. And every time people welcomed me with open arms, borrowed money, praised my English. Let this be your lesson. You don't need to be real. You just need to be considered slightly foreign. Episode 711, narrated by Saib Tiger Jr. 2, Carolite by technically, British by forgery, Tiger by biology, Legend by sheer persistence. End of episode.